All right, so I love teaching and I love teaching Simplified Portrait. And here's the reason why. For a long time, I refused to paint people because I just didn't know how to. And once I learned how to, it was so empowering. So bringing Simplified Portrait to people who either have always wanted to paint portraits, are a little scared, or maybe even people that have been painting portraits, but they just want to maybe sophisticate it or amplify it a little bit more. This is the perfect class for you. Now, if you're a drawer, you can go ahead and draw your image on there, but I'm going to send you both images that I'm going to work from. The first image we're going to do is going to be this lovely lady. Now, I paint the backgrounds red. Good thing and bad thing. The red adds something really spectacular coming through, but it is hard to work on. So you can decide whether you want to work on the red background. I think it's dynamic. Don't be afraid. But I also want you to know it's not a be-all end-all if you don't have a red background. The other thing is day one of my Simplified Portraits, we work in black and white so we can understand value. Understanding value is more important than even learning how to paint an eye or a nose. Believe it or not, I never teach you how to paint an eye or a nose, or absolutely we do not do math, because I see and I teach you to see shadow and light. And that's what value is all about. Learning to see where the dark colors go, where the light colors go, because light colors come forward and dark colors fall back, and it just forms a face. So I'm really excited to share this simplified kind of version of painting without any math, because it just makes it doable for everyone. So this is the first day. I do prefer that everybody does this first one together so we all start on the same place. That said, day two of this workshop, we take everything we learned in black and white and we apply it to color. And this is going to be our day two. This is the sample image I will provide you. If you'd like to do this day two with me in color, we do color mixing. We translate the idea of value into not a grayscale, but into a color scale. But you can choose to bring your own photo if you'd like. I totally am okay with that. That said, it is much harder to paint somebody that you know, like your daughter or something like that, because if you do that, then if you screw up the nose, you kind of know you screwed up the nose. But if it's someone you don't know, so much easier. Now let's just talk about getting the images onto the canvas. There's a lot of way to do it. I use a projector. I will actually put in the projector that I use here and also give you a link. I use a projector. I can draw. It takes me a significant amount of time. I've got to grid everything out because drawing is just not how I see the world. I see the world through shape and shadow and light. So to see it linearly is more difficult to transition for me. That said, the other fail-safe plan is carbon paper. Those of you that have ever waitressed back in the day, you remember that little piece of paper that allowed you to keep writing all of your orders down with a note for yourself and a note for the kitchen. Well, this is the same thing that I use. Take an image, put this down, put that onto the canvas and trace it, and then you've got your image transferred. So it doesn't have to be difficult. However, if you are a drawer, then you don't need to use any of these. And you don't need to buy a projector. I just will tell you that the projector has changed my life. But it's up to you. So if you have questions about the portrait, because usually painting portraits can be scary. Like I said, I come from a world of the fear of actually going into painting portraits. I've taken so many portrait painting classes and I had to measure and I don't do math. And I just figured out the backdoor way into making portraits easy and fun and attainable for everyone. All right, so if you have questions, again, feel free to comment here in the comments or to email me directly at Donna@DonnaDowney.com, and I can't wait to see you in class.